Wow. You know, as many years as I spent in the theater, I've honestly never been in the projection booth. I'm just looking at all the inner workings, what makes a movie go, for lack of a better term. You know, you got everything from editing and repair, you know, with the splicing reels. Heights Theater has 5 different formats they can run on, as you can see by the line of projectors. But yeah, as you see, you know, it's not a whole lot of space to work in, but it's really cool with what the Heights has done, both in the restoration and the preservation of classic cinema. And it's mind-boggling, just to see it from this perspective. Don't have a whole lot for you this time around. We got 2 trailers in this top block. We're going to start with a classic retelling of the Titanic disaster called A Night to Remember from 1958. And we're going to actually end this block with not only the trailer, but a behind-the-scenes featurette of the Poseidon Adventure from 1972. So check these out, and I'm just going to check this out a little bit.
Now, for the first time, here is the whole story of that night. The whole incredible, spellbinding story of 6 hours, unlike any 6 hours the world has ever known. What did you see?
Iceberg, get ahead, sir.
That means a gash 300 foot long, from there to there, below the waterline.
Well, what's the answer?
It's going to sink next.
A Titanic new concept in screen drama.
How many people are there on board? 2,200 or more. And room in the boats for... how many? 1,200.
Suddenly you realize you are seeing it all. You are part of it all. You are living it all. Here are all the small moments that made the big moments. All the personal, intimate dramas that made the great, overwhelming human drama. For whatever they were going to do for the rest of their lives, they would have to do now. This moment or never.
What the hell are we waiting for? Those people are drowning. This boat isn't full. We can go in for some of them up.
At midnight on New Year's Eve, the luxury liner SS Poseidon, en route from New York to Athens, is hit by a 90-foot tidal wave.
Oh, my God.
And capsized. Of the 1,400 people on board, only 6 will survive.
May we have a key light on Stella Stevens, please?
Here on this soundstage at the 20th Century Fox Studios, a cast and crew of over 400 skilled technicians and performers are at work on one of the most complicated and elaborate films ever made.
This is the Grand Salon of the SS Poseidon. We open up the story in this room in the New Year's Eve celebration.
And it's at that time, almost really right on the dot, that the wave hits, and the whole ship turns upside down.
And this room is one of the few rooms that are not submerged in water, but of course the ship is settling in the water. The survivors in this room, which there are very few really, are in a quandary about what to do.
May I have your attention, please? That's the way out. That's our only chance.
Don't listen to him! We've got to stay here till help arrives.
Help from where? From the captain? He's dead. Everybody's dead who was above us before the ship turned over. Because now they're underneath us, under the water.
That's not true!
Quiet on the set.
What do you need to produce a film of such spectacular proportions as the Poseidon Adventure? First, you need a good script, rich in detail and characterization.
Now, I've lost...
Then you need a strong director with years of experience, like Ronald Neame. You need a powerful producer with courage and imagination, like Irwin Allen. And of course, you need stars.
I've got a cast of 10 people, 10 lovely people, who really have to go through, well, to put it mildly, hell. They have to climb to great heights, and some of them are not very fond of heights. And they have to go through fire, they have to go through water, they have to go through steam, they have to get dirtier and dirtier and more bruised and more burnt. And the very physical problem of taking 10 very important actors and actresses through such a grueling experience is already enough to make it the toughest film I've made. You'd be astonished at how much of the really, really tough work the stars have done themselves.
Nani, you all right?
I'm sorry. I can't move. I can't.
You know, I think it's always interesting if an actor can do whatever he can do to make it more exciting for an audience.
I'm a very good swimmer. Johnny Weissmuller taught me to swim years ago in Brooklyn. But I want to practice underwater swimming.
Yes, I did give a solemn warning to every member of the cast. I said, now look, before the film is over, you're all gonna hate my guts, but I can't help it.
Action sequences are very difficult to film, especially when the action is dangerous. On a production the size of the Poseidon Adventure, there are many more people behind the camera than in front. Here at the daily production meeting, producer Irwin Allen and the key members of his staff discuss the problems of each day's shooting. Always present is art director Bill Creeber.
This picture for a production designer has been both a nightmare and a dream. A nightmare just because of the nature of it, the upside-down sets, the lighting, any hint that we can give that the ship is upside down. The dream, of course, is the opportunity to have a picture like this to work on comes along just once in a career.
Please, you know, which is a very good thing. So let's talk about it.
Here, stunt coordinator Paul Stater works with producer Irwin Allen in preparing one of the most exciting sequences in the picture.
I need a couple of dead people, maybe somebody on the light here, Paul. Right there. Yeah, a dead lady would be good.
Now, is there somebody, a woman, that could fall in here?
Would you raise your hand? Those that are going to get killed, raise your hand. All right.
Irwin Allen has, as a producer, a tremendous drive, stamina, and tremendous determination. He also, of course, has had experience as a director. And I know that if he says such and such a thing is going to be done and will be ready for you to shoot, I know it's going to be ready.
I don't want anybody to run any risk of being hurt.
We're going to do.
Yeah.
Of primary concern to producer Allen is the potential danger to the cast and crew.
Okay, so that no one is in danger, is that right? Not one chance in 10 million.
I don't think there's one chance in 10 million.
Okay.
He's very dynamic, Irwin. And he's gotten this movie together at a time when they just don't make movies like this anymore.
And people, I say I'm doing a film, and they say, oh, yes. And they say, oh, yeah, but wait a minute, I'm really doing a film, you know. And I start telling them about the people in the film and what we're going to do and the shooting schedule. And their eyes get bigger and bigger. And
Let's go make a rehearsal.
Yeah, let's make a rehearsal.
You've all been marvelous. Just be patient a little while longer. I'll have you out in a minute.
And the 5 ADs and 10 hairdressers, you know.
Now, at this point, there will be the first explosion, and you will run. Now, where were the people? Good.
They're not going to just take a bucket and throw the water in your face, you know. It's going to be a wall. Even on the set, when they shoot it, it's got to be a very big wall of water.
Let me hear speed, gentlemen.
B camera.
You are now milling about and concerned.
The scene is shot by 4 carefully placed cameras, so when all of the camera angles are edited together, it looks like this.
One of the big problems about this film is that the hardware could get in the way of the people. And to quote Frank Capra in his autobiography, people really and truly are interested in people.
Now, all you people that are here...
Kaleidoscope Films wishes to thank the people of the Poseidon Adventure. Gene Hackman, Ernest Borgnine, Red Buttons, Carol Lindley, Rodney McDowell, Stella Stevens, Shelley Winters, Jack Albertson, Arthur O'Connell, Leslie Nielsen, producer Irwin Allen, director Ronald Neame, and the hundreds of artists and technicians for their cooperation in filming this report, with special thanks to 20th Century Fox for scenes from Irwin Allen's The Poseidon Adventure.
Let's go down to the bottom slowly. Move around a little to your right, dear.
All right, hold it quiet. Here we go.
Straight away.
Herman. I got marker. Train wreck.
Okay. As I was saying, Night to Remember was probably the most historically accurate retelling of the Titanic disaster in history. With apologies to Leonardo DiCaprio and that mega epic stink bomb, this is by far more historically accurate and more of a psychological story rather than a love story this time around. Poseidon Adventure from 1972, you saw the behind-the-scenes featurette. More or less lost footage. That really hasn't been seen, gosh, in decades. You see a lot of the cable and satellite channels playing the movie itself, but Trailer Trash itself got the scoop on this lost behind-the-scenes footage. So with that said, we're going to take a break. I'll be right back with Abbott Costello.
We must have been surrounded by thousands of people. I wonder how the clowns felt in front of so many people. I'd like to be a clown for one day.
Remember the cat? Stripes. He was nice, wasn't he? The cat can be playing with us, too. Remember the nice day it was?
I have a whole lot of guys watching me from a submarine, and I would name it myself. The name I was thinking about was maybe Tiger Shark.
Crayola crayons. They work on brains, not batteries.
Sometimes it gets so quiet when you're using Crayola crayons, you can hear a pin drop.
Here at the bank, we've discovered a fascinating pastime. Hangman. Each player puts a word here. Wrong window. Then they try to guess each other's words. L?
Nope. G?
No. Endorse it. Q?
R.
Right. A?
Nope. L?
No. Ann, wrong bank. If you have a little time to kill, get...
Hangman, I won't!
I can't play with these interruptions. Hangman from Milton Bradley.
H7. Hit. B6. Miss. H8. Hit. C5.
Battleship, a great game of strategy, action, and suspense.
Miss. H6. You sank my battleship.
The game you can play anywhere. Battleship from Milton Bradley.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at my notes this week, and they're definitely on the downslide. Our first Abbott Costello trailer for this week is Wistful Widow of Wagon Gap, starring one Marjorie Main. Those of you that recognize the name will recognize her better from the Ma and Pa Kettle movie series from the same era. Followed by a classic Universal adaptation, Abbott Costello Meet Frankenstein. This movie is really cool in a lot of ways, and I'll explain those when we come back. Africa Screams from 1949. Best leave it alone. And Abbott Costello Meet the Killer is going to round out this block from 1949 as well. So let's check these out. I'll be right back to chat about them.
Now, Mr. Willie, I ain't a person to beat around the bush. I'm a woman, you're a man.
Mrs. Hawkins, that's the nicest thing anybody ever said to me.
This is the saga of Wagon Gap. A saga colossal, stupendous, terrific, and pretty good, too. Meet our hero, man whose grit and shooting skill is unbelievable.
Fred Hawkins. That's nice shooting, partner. I shot over there. He fell over here. Then that really is nice shooting.
What strange power makes this little giant invincible? Just an old Montana law that says, whoever kills a man must support his widow and kids. And with this widow and those kids, how can a man lose?
Go ahead and shoot me and inherit this family. Go ahead.
Not me.
How about Mrs. Hawkins dealing?
Land sakes, I never played before.
We won't have any trouble with her.
Certainly not.
Now, wait a minute, Jim. There's no need of bloodshed. I'm going in and bring that gang in single-handed.
But you're only one man.
There's only one gang, ain't there? Well, I'll see you all later. So long.
The widow.
Count Dracula sleeps in this coffin, but rises every night at sunset. Chick is right. This is awful silly stuff.
Come on, take it all out.
Wow! Look out, Chick! Cover up! Samantha, cover up! Wait a minute!
The nation's top comics, Abbott and Costello. Petrified, but hilariously. Plus the dangerous and terrifying Wolf Man,
played by Lon Chaney. Plus that fiend out of A Nightmare, the vampire Batman, Count Dracula, played by Bela Lugosi. Plus the most dreaded creature of them all, the Frankenstein monster, played by Glenn Strange. Plus a couple of luscious but designing females in the spookiest laugh fest on record.
All you do is snap at me. Me snap at you? No, wait, that'll laugh. Me snapping at him. Why should you laugh? Don't brag. What are you doing?
Remember the ghoulish, goose, pimply, gleeful time you had when Abbott and Costello met Frankenstein? Now they're face to face with the king of the killers in the slap-happiest homicide in the history of mystery.
This bellboy will commit suicide tonight, and this will be found beside the body.
Suicide?
I have ways.
Bodies? The place is loaded with them. And guns. And gals. And gags. And slinky, slithery homicidal suspects. With Abbott and Costello in the middle between the law and the vengeance of the most ruthless killer of them all.
How could you find the bodies in your room? I put them in the elevator.
Okay, the Wistful Willow of Wagon Gap. Interesting formula. Almost a straight Western for Abbott Costello this time around. Yeah, it was okay, but not high on the priority list for their collection. Abbott Costello Meet Frankenstein from 1948. classic in the way that all the monsters from Universal in here were the straight men. Somehow they pulled it off. Abbott Costello were the comedy team, and the monsters played the straight men. They played their characters straight to the hilt as they were in their classic original films. Africa Screams from 1945, or 49, excuse me. Not one of their best. That's why you can find a jillion copies of this in the bargain bins and the $1.99 sections at Best Buy, etc. Just not a very worthy movie for this particular team. Rounding out this block, Abbott Costello Meet the Killer from 1949. That's the one title it's known by. The other one, Abbott Costello Meet the Killer, Boris Karloff. Very underrated role for Mr. Karloff, but very stereotypical Karloff at the same time. And it definitely works. Very underrated film. Check it out if you get the chance. So, with that said, we're going to come back with kind of a lost chapter of the Trailer Trash trailers this season. That being Troma's Corner. We'll be right back.
Pepsodent's new flavor. Pepsodent's new flavor. Wow! Pepsodent's new flavor. Tastes good and how? Pepsodent's new flavor. Tastes great, don't wait. Try Pepsodent's new flavor.
Wonder why children like Mrs. Filbert's margarine so much. Maybe it's because it's sweeter. Fresher. So nutritious. Maybe it's Mrs. Filbert's flavor secret. I guess it's just because it tastes so good.
Hey, look at me. Want to see something magic? Wow. Look at me now. I got the biggest glass and the greatest chocolatey milk in the world. Made it with Nestle's Quick. Delicious. Chocolatey Quick. Want to see me make more? It's easy. No hands. And no syrup mess. Quick mixes instantly. And Quick, nourishing. Loaded with vitamin D3. Go get it. Nestle's Quick.
Yeah, the power of the species is what it comes down to. And, you know, you talk about the women's lib of the 60s and 70s and the power of a woman in general. Nothing can hold a candle to these two trailers I'm going to show you from Troma this week. We're going to start out with something called They Call Me Macho Woman, kind of a female take on the whole Rambo thing. And we're going to end the Troma block this week with, I'm looking at the title. I looked at it time and again, and yes, I am able to show this. The title of the film, it is the actual title, Nymphoid Barbarian and Dinosaur Hell. So with that said, here comes Troma. We'll be back with Cliffhanger Corner. Stay tuned.
From the heartland of America the Beautiful comes a beautiful new superhero.
Hey, asshole!
A modern-day Joan of Arc who definitely won't get burned. A female fighter with an edge over the competition.
Now, it's my turn.
Yeah! Yeah! Karate, black belt, 15 years.
Ballet, 6 months.
Born to shop.
Ma'am, are you ready to put a down payment on that beautiful diamond necklace I showed you?
Yes, I'm ready.
She learns to kill. They call her Macho Woman. Inconspicuously disguised as a mild-mannered, conspicuous consumer, Macho Woman cleverly sets out to infiltrate a ruthless gang of corporate elitist bullies. They call her Macho Woman. She mashes racism. She bashes sexism. All in the name of truth, justice, and charge cards. Olympic champion Brian Oldfield is Mongo. He's the driving force behind this bizarre array of underworld thugs.
No drugs, no money.
Deborah Sweeney is Macho Woman, a female vigilante with the survival instincts of Rambo. The ferocity of the toxic Avenger. And muscles to put Arnold Schwarzenegger to shame.
I'm back.
They call her Macho Woman. And she is one woman who really knows how to communicate with men.
Hey, hey, hey!
Fire!
Yeah, sure.
She's just one woman. How can she do this to us? Because she's pissed, man. That's how she's gonna do that to us. Let's get the bitch before she gets us.
Yeah, watch her feet, though. She's had ballet lessons. Crap!
Finally, a female crusader, gifted with the strength of an ox, as well as the charm, intelligence, and sensitivity of a lady.
Say your last words.
You squat when you pee?
Stylishly directed by Patrick Donahue. They call me Macho Woman, is yet another example of the groundbreaking cinema that only the Trauma team can bring to the silver screen. They call her Macho Woman.
Shit, man. We're supposed to be the bad guys.
Way back beyond the future, in a land before time began, the day after has become the day before. The Tromaville of the future has become a dinosaur hell. In this dinosaur hell, there is only one type of being that can survive: a barbarian. And what kind of barbarian? Why, a nymphoid barbarian. A nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. Across a hostile landscape, humans battle for supremacy against mutants. Deadly dinosaurs have arisen from nuclear holocaust, and all of them are hot for a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. Yes, for the first time ever, the prehistoric meets the prepubescent. She's the last womanoid in the Tromaville of tomorrow, and she's wanted by men and mutant alike. She's a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. Starring international cult heroine Linda Corwin as the nymphoid barbarian. Not since Raquel Welch in 1 million years BC has one woman had to face such a fearsome collection of rabid reptiles. You've seen the Brontosaurus, the Tyrannosaurus, but you won't believe your eyes when you come face to face with the Tromosaurus. Only the Trauma team could bring you the incredible state-of-the-art special effects from internationally acclaimed effects wizards Brett Piper and Alex Perney, the masterminds behind a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. You'll swear you are watching the real thing. a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. Primitive, brutal, horrifying, lust-crazed inhuman monsters, all battling over one beautiful, seductive, tantalizing prize. A nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. She's the heroine every woman wants to be. The courage of a lioness, the hunting skills of an Amazon, and all the beauty of a fine young nymphoid. Only one man will possess the ultimate weapon. But no man can ever possess a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. You must see a nymphoid barbarian in dinosaur hell. The prehistoric and the prepubescent together at last.
Twister from Milton Bradley.
Mission control to spacecraft X.
Miss! That was A6.
Hit! Sounds like a battle, sir.
Electronic battleship. Program your positions into the computer memory bank, then calculate your shots and fire. See and hear hits or misses.
Another miss! I-4.
Are you in trouble?
He sank my battleship.
Electronic Battleship, the computer memory game with live-action sounds from Milton Bradley.
This is Mousetrap, a game in which building the trap is half the fun. You roll the dice, move your mice, build the trap. But could this thing really catch a mouse? Let's watch. The Mousetrap game. It's from Ideal.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Look what's coming down the track. American Fire, all aboard. It's something nifty, something new. The tracks are all mounted and wired, too. The scenery's painted and fits just so. Now, put on the train and away you go. To make a change, just shift them around. Snap them together, and in no time flat, you've got a brand new railroad.
Just like that.
American Flyer all aboard. All wired and mounted. The scenery's complete. Put the train on the track. It's really neat. The American Flyer all aboard. Complete with electric train, pre-wired tracks, transformer, all landscape, all ready to go. Years of fun for everyone with the American Flyer all aboard by Gilbert.
As you can see, we're back at the Heights Theater in Columbia Heights, Minnesota. We're upstairs in basically the nerve center of the theater. We're in the projection booth at the Heights Theater. And if you want to know a lot about the restored equipment that they've got here, they show everything from not only video and DVD, but all the way up to 70mm film. If you want to know the history of the Heights Theater, the history of the equipment at the Heights Theater, give them a shout out. The number is on their website at heightstheater.com. And it's just so cool seeing the inner workings of the theater. You know, people will bitch and moan and complain when a movie breaks, you know, if you're sitting in the theater. But you come up here and see what's actually done to get a movie on the screen. It's mind-boggling, and it gives you a whole new appreciation for the film industry. You know, there's a lot to be said for directors, producers, and actors. But I think the true heart of the movie industry comes to the theater owners, the projectionists, and all the people that work on this side of the business. With that being said, we're going to kick into Cliffhanger Corner this week. Classic Bela Lugosi. Not the Lugosi you're thinking of. Not his stereotypical type of character. But we're going to kick into a 1937 Republic venture called SOS Coast Guard.
Here, Gene. Up on there and save your strength.
What happened?
We're in an air pocket. When the ship sank, the air we're breathing was forced up under the deck here. Lucky for us, too.
You mean we're at the bottom of the ocean?
That's right.
Well, how are we going to get out?
You stay here and save your strength. As soon as I locate the hatch, we'll dive for it. Swim out and up, there we'll be.
Yeah, yes, but how are we going?
Easy now. Where's Lieutenant Kent?
He went down with the ship, sir.
SOS Coast Guard! Come here! Assistant! Come here! SOS Coast Guard! Don't forget me! Snapper!
Are you all right?
Sure, I'm all right.
Not a sign of him. I'll have to make a report.
Don't go back yet, mister. Please. I got a hunch.
It's our only chance, Gene. Stay close to me and hang on to your breath as long as you can. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Back to the cutters. Come around!
Man, we've given you up.
Have you seen anything of a half-mad giant? He's responsible for what's happened.
Mad giant? Why, no.
That was work well done. Now come with me. Come in. Hi, Dick.
Hi, Jerry.
Hello.
Hi, sis. Snapper?
Hi.
I suppose it's too soon to ask if you found out anything about Boroff.
No. Not yet. But he'll pay for my brother's murder.
We think we might have a clue. I found these in Boroff's cabin before the Carfax was sunk.
Pretty well soaked, all right.
Well, they were written on, but the ink's all washed off.
We thought you might be able to reproduce the writing.
Well, let's see what we can do.
I tell you, I won't do it. Disintegration gas. I won't make it. Why should we step outside the law to make a living? Because Boroff asked us to? My partner and I have a good business. We don't need you.
I'm no longer known as Boroff. The name is now Anderson. But I'm still Boroff. Perhaps you don't know what to expect when you refuse me.
I think it'll be better, maybe, if we do what he asks. Maybe you're afraid of him, but I'm not. You can work for him if you want to. I'm getting out of here.
I'm glad you accepted my proposition. Here are the chemicals employed in making the gas.
Arnotite? Over 40% is arnotite. Where will you get enough of that valuable mineral?
I have all that will be necessary. The Carfax was loaded with arnotite when it went down at that point. This afternoon, my men will move your laboratory equipment from here to a place I have in mind at this point.
I'll start packing the equipment immediately.
All the tiny invisible scratches are now filled with silver nitrate. The bright light turns them black.
G.A. Rackerby, 210 Ocean Street.
What are all those little circles and stars there?
Looks like Boroff was a doodler. Get him one of those fellows that scratches on a pad of paper when he's thinking.
Rackerby, 210 Ocean Street.
What do you suppose this Rackerby is?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out. You wait here for me.
I'd like to speak with Mr. G.A. Rackerby.
That's me.
I'm Lieutenant Kent of the United States Coast Guard.
How do you do, Lieutenant?
How do you do?
Won't you sit down, please?
Thank you.
What brings you here, Lieutenant?
A special assignment in which I thought you might be of great aid to me. I'm looking for Boroff.
Boroff. Boroff, isn't he that foreign spy and munitions king that everyone thought was dead? Yeah, I read about Boroff, but I do not know him. Why do you come to me?
Someone's after Borov.
I came here, Mr. Rackerby, because written upon some notepaper among Borov's effects was your name and address.
My name? But why should Borov write down my name?
That's what I came here to find out. I hope you're telling the truth, Mr. Rackerby, when you tell me you know nothing of Borov.
Oh, what else can I say? Why he writes my name down, I can't tell you. If I see or hear of him, I certainly will be glad to...
Who drew these?
I don't know.
I can tell you. Borov drew them. If you don't mind, I'll take a look around. You weren't planning to leave suddenly, were you?
You go on. I can take care of this. We must hurry and get the launch loaded. Here, put this aboard.
There. I guess that'll take care of you.
Get that case nailed up. Probably one of my customers.
You better not answer it.
Yeah, let it ring.
It's a good thing Borov sent a cabin launch. I'd hate to answer inspection for a lot of this stuff.
Yes, long distance calling Mr. Harding.
Number, please. Hello. It looked to me like code, so I thought I'd get you.
It is a code.
Okay. Stop cabin launch, leaving Collins slip 8th District. Urgent. Stop cabin launch, leaving Collins slip 8th District. Urgent.
Come on, get up.
Where are you taking me?
You've been so anxious to see Borov, sonny boy. We're going to take you right to him. to take Rackaby in my car and see you at the plant.
Your glass is trained on Collins' slip, Lieutenant. Aye, sir. There's a cabin launch leaving the slip now, sir.
Let me see.
Lay a shot across our bow. Some of your Coast Guard friends think they can stop me.
Heave to or they'll blow you out of the water.
I don't scare easy, see?
Don't be a sap. You can't get away with it.
She's still trying to get away, sir.
Gun captain. Finish that boat.
Now let's strive when you're the trailer trash king. I said that's just life. And now let's strive when you're the trailer trash king.